Hello and welcome to this Flip to Learning video on reading with your child at home. Reading with your child at home is so important for your child's development. By helping your child to read, you are supporting them in a number of different ways. It stimulates their imagination, which supports creative writing and the development of creating characters when they are also writing. It will also influence them to write stories. It helps develop their language, as they are exposed to lots of new vocabulary and words that they haven't read before. Reading is a key skill and it supports the progression of all different subjects. But most importantly, your child will develop a love of reading and find books they are interested in. This especially supports us when we go to the library, as the children are able to look for different books and similar books to ones they have read before. When reading with your child, encourage children to use expression, especially for voices of different characters. This helps them to relate to the character and find the book more interesting. Look for punctuation. Can you see any full stops at the end of sentences? Encourage the children to take a breath when they see a full stop, as this is where they should stop in the story. Is there capital letters at the start of the sentences? Is there any exclamation or question marks? And why have these been used? Has a question been asked? Or maybe the character is surprised? And remember, you do not always have to read the whole book. 2 or 3 pages in a reading session is great, and that way you can discuss it in much more detail. Here are a few top tips to help you with your reading. Discuss with your child what is happening. Look at the pictures and think about what is happening in the story before reading it. The pictures can help the children find out what the plot of the story is. Talk about feelings. How is the character feeling? Look at the pictures. Does that tell you anything about it? And how do you know? Maybe the child can relate to the way that the character is feeling. Role play. Act out the story with your child. You can be a character and they can be a character. Where is the story set? For example, the popular children's story The Gruffalo is set in the deep dark wood. Do you know 2 stories with similar settings? Maybe your child has read a book similar to it before and they would like to discuss that with you. Is there a problem in the story? You could think of some different ways to solve the problems. Your child may even want to write a little story about the problem. And finally, discuss what has been learnt from the story. Has your child learned anything new from reading the story? Finally, make sure you have fun reading with your child. It is a great way to spend time together and make the most of your reading. Happy reading!